It's Share Time Stories with me, Issy. Are you ready to share a new story? Well, I have chosen a rather creative and imaginative book to share. The title is Nucleus Notions, Nursery Rhymes Reimagined, and this is the classic edition. If you have this book at home, you can read along with me. The author, the person who has written this book, and the illustrator, the person who has drawn all the pictures, is Marcus Trinder. Now, are you ready to spark your imagination? Explore science, geography, biology, and philosophy. Are you ready? Nucleus Notions, Nursery Rhymes Reimagined. Humpty Dumpty, a biological adventure. Humpty Dumpty was a cell. On a leaf he did dwell, with membranes thin and nucleus round. Life's secrets in him were found. All the botanists and their mates looked through microscopes, opened gates. Why did Humpty choose to be here? Photosynthesis, they said clear. Cells divide and they might merge. In nature's dance to life they urge. Humpty taught us in his way. Life's wonders bloom every day. Row, row, row your boat, a geographic expedition. Flow, flow, flow the stream across the lands where sunbeams gleam. Mighty mountains, valleys low, see the world as you go. Sail, sail, sail the sea, from the Arctic where penguins be. Deserts hot and forests green, so many places to be seen. Turn, turn, turn the globe, in your room let it probe. Every country, big and small, geography is the study of all. Humpty Dumpty, a hypothesis in motion. Humpty Dumpty had a notion, sat on a wall with a potion. He hypothesized it might not fall, but gravity said, I rule all. All the scientists and their friends studied the data end to end. Why did Humpty have a great slide? The force of gravity, they replied. Experiments may sometimes break, but from them knowledge we'll take. Humpty taught us on that day to test our thoughts in every way. Thinker, thinker, little mind, a glimpse into philosophy. Thinker, thinker, little mind, question all you seek and find. Up above the world so vast, wonder all about our past. When the thoughts begin to flow, question what you think you know. Dreamer, dreamer, dream so deep, ponder mysteries as you sleep. Why the sky? Why the tree? Why the buzzing bumblebee? Seeker, seeker, question why. Always aim your thoughts so high. Thinker, thinker, little mind, life's big answers you will find. Learning's more than just a chart. Start with questions in your heart. Itsy Bitsy Tortoise, a journey through evolution. Itsy Bitsy Tortoise tread, through the ages stories spread. From dino roars in jungles thick, to woolly mammoths, ice and slick. Down came the tales from creatures gone, fossils, bones, the tales spun on. Up popped scientists with brushes neat, digging up history all complete. Itsy Bitsy Tortoise, slow and wise, carrying epochs beneath the skies. We see in his shell ages unfold, animal tales waiting to be told. Jack and Jill, nature's cycle in rhyme. Jack and Jill rose with the heat, evaporating quite a feat. Into the clouds they turned to rain, falling to the earth over field and lane. Down as rain to the ground they fell. Jack became a stream, as stories tell. Jill seeped deep to waters underground, quietly moving without a sound. Together they met in a river wide, flowing, merging with the tide. Jack and Jill in the sea they play, ready to rise and start another day. If you're thoughtful and you know it, embracing emotional intelligence. If you're curious and you know it, ask a why. Why? If you're curious and you know it, ask a why. Why? If you're curious and you know it, and your face will surely show it. If you're curious and you know it, ask a why. Why? If you're grateful and you know it, say thank you. Thank you. If you're grateful and you know it, say thank you. Thank you. If you're grateful and you know it, and your smile will surely show it. If you're grateful and you know it, say thank you. Thank you. If you're puzzled and you know it, scratch your head. If you're puzzled and you know it, scratch your head. If you're puzzled and you know it, and your eyes will surely show it. If you're puzzled and you know it, scratch your head. If you're mindful and you know it, take a breath. Inhale, exhale. If you're mindful and you know it, take a breath. Inhale, exhale. If you're mindful and you know it, and your calm will surely show it. If you're mindful and you know it, take a breath. Inhale, exhale. Old Macdonald had a brain, a journey into the mind. Old Macdonald had a brain, E-I-E-I-O, and in that brain he found a lobe, E-I-E-I-O, with a think here and a dream there, here a thought, there a sense, everywhere signals dance. Old Macdonald had a brain, E-I-E-I-O. Old Macdonald had a brain, E-I-E-I-O, and in that brain he found some neurons, E-I-E-I-O, with a zap here and a zap there, here a spark, there a pulse, everywhere links made. Old Macdonald had a brain, E-I-E-I-O. Old Macdonald had a brain, E-I-E-I-O, and in that brain he felt emotions, E-I-E-I-O, with a smile here and a cry there, here a laugh, there a sigh, everywhere feelings fly. Old Macdonald had a brain, E-I-E-I-O. Wee Webby Wallace, the digital dilemma. Wee Webby Wallace roams through the net, through bytes and bits where trolls are met, scrolling through pages, swiping the screen, seeking the good amidst the mean. Limit your time, he often would say. Too much screen time keeps the real world at bay. With every like, share and emoji sent, he reminds, real connections are what's meant. In a world of pings and endless feeds, Wallace warns of digital weeds. Protect your mind and guard your heart from the web's darker, trickier part. He's Willie's cousin from the age of the bite, guiding the youth, ensuring they're all right. When screens allure with their radiant glow, remember Wallace's wisdom and take it slow. For amidst the memes, the games and the chat, there's a world outside, don't forget that. Play in the sun, read a book, take a walk. Sometimes it's good to just sit and talk. grand old maker of the board. The grand old maker of the board, he had 10 LEDs. He powered them up to the top, then down to the ground with ease. And when they were up, they shined so bright, and when they were down, they dimmed just right. And when they were only halfway there, they blinked with patterns light to rare. He showed the kids how circuits flow with tiny chips that softly glow. They learned of currents, volts and more with the grand old maker of the board. Mary had a curious mind. Mary had a curious mind, a curious mind, a curious mind, and everywhere that Mary went, she asked why and how and when. She saw a star up in the sky and wondered how it got so high. She read her books and then she knew that fusion made its bright, bold hue. One day she thought, why does rain fall? And so she set to test it all. With jars outside, in sun and shade, she watched where puddles formed and stayed. Why does this happen? Mary wrote in her bright, bold inquiry note. She made a guess, then tested more, until new knowledge she could store. Ring around the roses, we plant seeds down. Ring around the roses, pockets full of posies. Ashes, ashes, we plant seeds down. Watch them in the sunlight, growing so tall and bright. Raindrops, raindrops, we all see them sprout. Flowers now are blooming, colours are assuming. Petals, petals, we see them all spread. Seasons change, they're wilting, back to earth they're tilting. Cycle, cycle, we all start again. Hey diddle diddle, the stars as our riddle. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Why did the cow jump so high? Asked a girl with a twinkle in her eye. Could it escape Earth's pull and dance with moonbeams in the sky? Her brother thought and then replied, it's all about force and mass. Gravity pulls and objects fall. But imagine what a blast! 2 rocket ships and Newton's laws, the girl exclaimed with cheer. In space and time, there's so much more for us to learn and steer. Hey diddle diddle, the stars as our riddle. We'll venture far and soon. With science as our guide tonight, we'll dance beyond the moon. Little Bo Peep's celestial curiosity. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and can't find where they've been. But up she looks to the twinkling books of stars that she's so keen. Is that a star or planet far? She asks while gazing light. Or might it be a ship on a spacebound trip, sailing through the night? With a telescope near, her vision's clear, the universe she does sweep. She sees Saturn's rings and other things, its beauty makes her weep. Little Bo Peep forgot her sheep, with stars her heart's in space. The wonders so vast, from present to past, bring joy to her glowing face. Mary's quest for knowledge. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, she'd wonder and she'd go. Why is its fleece so white? She asked, And why does it follow so? Is it instincts deep or bonds that keep her lamb wherever she will go? In class one day, which Mary loved, she studied cells and genes. She learned how traits pass parent to child in life's grand, wondrous schemes. DNA, her teacher said, make lamb's wool white, not red. And neurons in its brain, she taught, guide it to trot and not dread. Now Mary dreams of labs and slides and all that she could learn, of animals, plants and microbes too, at every twist and turn. Baba Black Sheep and the mysteries of metaphysics. Baba Black Sheep, have you any answers to questions deep and vast, like ancient seers and dancers? Metaphysics, a journey of thoughts unexplored. Let's seek the mysteries with wonder, we'll be floored. Baba Black Sheep, what's the nature of time? Does it flow like a river, or is it more sublime? In metaphysics we ponder as the seconds tick away. What's the true nature of time? Let's explore today. Baba Black Sheep, what is real, what is not? Are our dreams and thoughts in this world tightly wrought? Metaphysical questions, like a puzzle to be solved. Reality's true nature, let's get involved. Baba Black Sheep, what's the meaning of it all? Life's purpose and existence, let's not let it fall. In metaphysics we contemplate as we grow the deep, profound questions that make us wonder so. So Baba Black Sheep, let's explore, let's inquire. Metaphysics beckons like a burning fire. Engage with the questions, let your young mind unfurl. In the world of deep thinking, you'll find a precious pearl. Holly Humpty, a heartfelt harmony. Holly Humpty sat on a wall, feeling emotions big and small. When feelings surged and she almost fell, she took deep breaths and calmed herself well. Know your emotions, Holly would say. They come and they go, they don't always stay. Anger and sadness, joy and surprise, Holly observed them, wise in her eyes. When she felt jittery, ready to tumble, she'd speak to her heart, soft and humble. I recognize you, she'd whisper to fear. Thanks for the message, but I'm staying right here. For Holly Humpty, on that tall wall, knew self-awareness was the secret for all. By understanding and feeling each vibe, she balanced her life with no need to hide. The molecules joined, 2 by 1. The molecules joined, 2 by 1. Hurrah! Hurrah! The molecules joined, 2 by 1. Hurrah! Hurrah! The molecules joined, 2 by 1. Hydrogen met with oxygen. Water they made with a strong bond then, and they all flowed into the flask. The atoms came 1 by 2. Eureka! Eureka! The atoms came 1 by 2. Eureka! Eureka! The atoms came 1 by 2. Helium won't bond, it's true. Noble gases there are a few, and they all just float so free. The ions paired plus and minus, charge, charge. The ions paired plus and minus, charge, charge. The ions paired plus and minus, sodium met with chloride just. Together as salt they stay true, and they all went into the mix. The metals shared in a sea, conduct, conduct. The metals shared in a sea, conduct, conduct. Electrons move and they flow so free, conducting electricity. Some are strong and full with might, and they all just shine in the light. The wheels on the bus go round and round, but how? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, but how do they spin so well? Is it gears, asks a child, that turn them around? Or is it a motor that makes the sound? The questions rose as they rode through the town, as the wheels spun round and round. The doors on the bus swing open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus swing open and shut, but how do they move just right? Is it hydraulics, thought a girl with a frown, that lifts them and sets them softly back down? Her mind filled with questions as they rode through the town, while the doors swung open and shut. The lights on the bus flash on and off, on and off, on and off. The lights on the bus flash on and off, but what makes them blink so bright? Is it circuits, wondered a boy with a grin, that manage the current flowing therein? He pondered and questioned as their journey began, while the lights flashed on and off. Jack and Logic Hill. Jack and Jill, with minds so keen, went up the hill to think and glean. Jack posed a riddle and Jill thought it through. If this is true, then that must be two. Up Jack got and said to Jill, logic is a skill, not just uphill. If rain comes down, then ground gets wet. If sun shines bright, we'll cast a shadow bet. Jill replied with a thoughtful frown, if you jump up, you must come down. Cause and effect, it's clear to see. One thing leads to another, logically. Jack then said, here's one for you. If all birds fly and sparrows do too, then sparrows are birds, it's clear as the sky. Logical thinking, you can't deny. Jill smiled and said, it's fun to deduce. With logic and reason, there's no excuse. For every action, there's a reaction in kind. With logical thinking, answers we'll find. This old planet. This old planet, number 1, Mercury closest to the sun. With a knick-knack paddywhack, orbit round and circle back. Mercury's hot and very small. This old planet, number 2, Venus with its toxic brew. With a knick-knack paddywhack, orbit round without a track. Venus spins the other way. This old planet, number 3, Earth, our home, blue and free. With a knick-knack paddywhack, orbit round on the right track. Earth has life and deep blue seas. This old planet, number 4, Mars with deserts, myths and more. With a knick-knack paddywhack, orbit round and leave a track. Mars has rovers exploring its floor. This old planet, number 5, Jupiter, where storms thrive. With a knick-knack paddywhack, orbit round with a big pack. Jupiter's moon, 69 alive. This old planet, number 6, Saturn with its icy tricks. With a knick-knack paddywhack, orbit round with a ringed flack. Saturn shines with beautiful mix. This old planet, number 7, Uranus tilted up to heaven. With a knick-knack paddywhack, orbit round on a side track. Uranus spins in a topsy fashion. This old planet, number 8, Neptune with winds that don't abate. With a knick-knack paddywhack, orbit round in the distant black. Neptune's storms are truly great. This old dwarf, Once number 9, Pluto on the edge, still looking fine. With a knick-knack paddywhack, it's not a planet, let's not flack. Pluto's heart still brightly shines. Everly cleverly crow, always a thought ahead. The clever little crow flew up to the sky, wanting to reach the clouds so high. Rain came down and blocked its way, but the crow just smiled, not led astray. It found a tool, used it just right, and soon the problem was out of sight. Up it soared above the trees, adapting, learning with such ease. The clever little crow faced challenge anew, but it thought, and then it knew. For every twist, turn, high and low, the crow found a way, putting on a show. So when things get tough, as they sometimes will, remember the crow and its extraordinary skill. Face your problems, think them through, and just like the crow, you'll know what to do. 3 states of matter. 3 kinds of matter, see how they change from solid to liquid and then to arrange. First there's the solid, like ice or a stone. It holds its shape, stands firm and alone. Then comes the liquid, like water or tea. It flows and it pours, moves so freely. Lastly the gas, like air or steam. It fills up the space, invisible it seems. 3 kinds of matter, from earth to the skies. Learn and discover, open your eyes. In my mind, what do I see? In my mind, what do I see? Thoughts and dreams all part of me. Colours, sounds, feelings so deep. Are they just dreams or thoughts that leap? The robot walks, the robot talks, but can it feel the way a bird squawks? Is it just wires, circuits and gears? Or can it know joys, hopes and fears? The sun does rise, the moon does set, but do they think or feel regret? Are we all like a winding clock, moving to a tick and tock? In our minds, so vast and wide, questions linger side by side. Is feeling real or just a play of atoms dancing night and day? So ponder deep and wonder why our minds can think, feel and fly. The answers might be far and wide, but seek and let your thoughts be your guide. Ponder, ponder, vast expanse. Ponder, ponder, vast expanse. How do you make the dreamers dance? Up above the world so high, secrets held in the night sky. Glistening lights so far away, galaxies where mysteries lay. Atoms, quarks and black hole seams, holding universes' dreams. Ponder, ponder, vast expanse, philosophy and science's chance. Why are we and what is time? Universe's rhythmic rhyme. Ponder, ponder, thoughts so deep, questions that our minds will keep. Curiosity, our guiding star, leading us both near and far. Keep thinking, keep dreaming, keep doing. What an amazing and clever book! Was your imagination sparked? Maybe you could try singing the words to the tunes of the nursery rhymes. There is an advanced edition of Nucleus Notions where the words are the same, but the drawings are slightly different. I hope you've enjoyed the Shed Time Stories, and if you want to, you can like, share, follow and subscribe to Shed Time Stories. Then you'll be ready for the next book we can share together. Bye-bye!